Plata set to jump. It's the first career start for Plata, and he wins his first career jump ball. Iowa State to begin. Our officials, Ronald Groover, Chris Paxi, and Randy McCall here at the Huntsman Center. In the lane, Plata misses it just short.
Well, a great play to start the game from Coach Otzelberger. I love that play. That's a play that you run off the screen and you make that second pass and the weak side defender forgets about the cutter. They ran it to perfection, not able to make the bunny there.
McHenry in the corner.
There are two guards. Don McHenry plays the off guard. He's really the shooting guard, a small 6'3" shooting guard, the lefty. Terrence Brown, the point guard, but a scoring point guard, as you know, Carlo.
Yeah, they average almost 50% of their team's points. Momcilovic in the lane, and he flips it in with the right hand.
And doesn't it feel like he's going to have a big game after the game Saturday at BYU was really shut down? His lowest scoring output of the season. Feels like he's going to come in fired up.
The nation's leader in three-point percentage. McHenry dumps inside. A Okonkwo double team. Plata cleans it up. A chance to tie or take a lead for Iowa State. Lipsey, Jefferson. Lipsey open for the lead. Leaves it short. Offensive rebound, Jefferson, who's stripped in the lane. Does a takeaway. Here come the Utes.
Good sign for Iowa State, though, to get that offensive board. They were out-rebounded by a big margin by BYU, and that was part of the talk today at shoot-around. This Cyclone team needed to come with the effort and energy on the glass.
TJ Otzelberger saying, look, we're undefeated when we out-rebound our opponents. Big key for them. Up and under, Brown tried to split the defense with aerial acrobatics. Cyclones running. Lipsey creates contact and 2 points.
Yeah, how good have players become at creating that contact? You see a lot of it, Carlo, in the NBA, and they are the best at it. But these players watch the NBA, and even a guard at Lipsey's size, right around 6'1", maybe.
16 appearances, but this team, Matt, could go the distance.
They really could. I mean, it's not just a second weekend team as we talk about all the time, and that's Terrence Brown. He will get to the rim. He's mid-range. He'll shoot it from everywhere, but a guy that likes to score inside the three-point line.
Fourth in the conference in points per game at over 20. Joshua Jefferson backs his way in. Lipsey swings it.
Surprised Jefferson actually didn't take that. Had a pretty good matchup down low on Traore.
Instead, the three for the lead. Plata, a jump ball. He was here.
Yeah, and a guy that was an NBA coach, has been in and out of the NBA. He came here for a reason, to be the Utah coach. This is not a stepping stone for him, a level to the next level. This was the destination for Coach Jensen.
On that team that went all the way to the championship in '98.
Yeah, he was fantastic. He was a defensive player as a sophomore on that team, and then became just a great player, Mountain West Player of the Year. And it was cool to hear, like we talked at shoot-around, do the players know how good he was? And they said, well, they do know when they go out in Salt Lake City because everybody sees him and they love him.
Jefferson makes the floater, and Iowa State ties it up at 6.
I think Jefferson is going to have a lot of mismatches in this game. Utah, one of the smallest teams in the Big 12, and Jefferson, with that size, physicality, going to get a lot of good looks inside 12 feet.
A steal from Heisey off the bench. Immediately making an impact. Cyclones can take their first lead. Momcilovic, short. 3 threes away from the single-season record for Iowa State. He's on history watch. Here's Sanders. Dawes flips it. Traore stumbles and travels.
An easy call on that play. Traore trying to get into the step-through, European step-through there, not able to do it as he slipped right on the lane.
3 turnovers now for Utah in the last minute 40. That's something TJ Otzelberger said at shoot-around. He's going to know his team's locked in if they're creating turnovers early in the ballgame.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Really the bellwether for this team.
Buchanan misses on the right-handed layup. Here comes Brown, averaging 20 a game. Extra pass, Sanders. Hayes misses the bunny. Cyclones the rebound. Lipsy bounces one in a turnover. Here comes Brown. No numbers. He floats and finishes. Some English off the window.
I'll tell you what, Terrence Brown, you'll see it tonight. If you've not watched him, he will score in so many ways. His shot diet is one of the most varietal in the entire league. His shot diet's like my real diet, which is everything and anything.
Balanced plate is what you're saying.
That's right.
You see Joshua Jefferson get some buckets inside. He's really imposing his will early.
He is, and I think Dawes is a great defender who's guarding him, but Jefferson has a ton of weight and physicality on him.
Sanders back rims a three. Here comes Iowa State, still yet to lead early.
And here's the matchup right here. With Jefferson, you have Dawes on him. Such a great passer from that position outside, but Dawes is probably out in line most of the time, and at that size, you've got to be incredibly creative. We just saw it with that reverse.
Iowa State has their first lead. Torre, a backdoor cut, and the Cyclones in front.
How good has TJ Otzelberger been out of timeouts, or actually out of the jump ball and then out of that timeout? He's got a layup both times, 2 for 2. We'll have to watch that as the game progresses.
Nick Henry sets up for Utah, swings it. Abbey stops.
Looked like he traveled.
Waits for a Dawes screen. Picks up speed, fades, and fills it up.
And that's a big bucket for Utah and Abbey coming off the bench. Not known as an offensive player. A defender, learning the game, a freshman, getting better all the time.
A steal. Utah can take back the lead. Abbey with a right-handed layup.
Abbey right now already above his game average, and 2 plays in 8 seconds. Harken back to the days of the microwave, and that's not his game, but how big is that when you come off the bench and can do that?
He puts Utah back in front. Iowa State, their first ever trip here to the Huntsman Center as a program. Heisey gets a roll, and the Cyclones step on the high side.
Feeling good from that huge shot he hit last week against Houston. Still feeling it. They did a nice job, Iowa State, there on that double on the screen. They got it to the free throw line, that little pocket pass.
Abbey leaves it off. Dawes swings it. Sanders spins. Abbey feeling good. Not enough on it. Iowa State's made their last 3 shots. Bateman blocked up top. Hayes the denial. Sanders into traffic. Spills the defenders, but can't find 2 points.
Yeah, that was the same play that Lipsy had earlier that Lipsy finished. Sanders not able to finish on that left side. Maybe that's what enabled him not to finish. A little more difficult with the left hand.
Buchanan, 2 hands for security.
Iowa State alerting Utah right now on any of those doubles. When they attack the screen like that, Iowa State's had a pretty easy time getting over it or under it.
Utah looking for a ranked win in this building. They beat 17th ranked Kansas last season. Heisey the steal. And a foul going on Sanders.
They're just not helping.
Well, if you watch back every game, you could probably keep those stats. And then you could.
My own little referee, Ken Palmer.
Exactly.
Well, you know, Ken Pomeroy, he lives in Salt Lake City. So.
Oh, all right. He's proud of this Cyclone team, top 20 in offense and defense in his efficiency stats. Dawes tries to save it. Another Utah turnover. That is their 5th here early.
It's a good call out by you, Carlo, because we'll watch that as this half goes. I mean, Utah to win this game. I mean, it's not going to take a Herculean effort, but they need to play really good in the margins, and the margins are, you know, defensive rebounding, not turning the ball over. They need like 12 or 13 or less. If they start getting over that, and right now they're on pace for 20.
Lipsy open for 3, and he laces one from distance. Iowa State in front by 6, their largest lead on an 8-0 run.
I think that's the one area that Tamin Lipsey, if he starts shooting it well, this team is a national title contender. He hasn't shot it as well as he can or has in past years, and that's the one area. He does so many other things. I think sometimes shooting is an afterthought for him.
Shot clock under 10. Utah has to get busy.
Look at that pressure. How about this pressure?
McHenry.
Whoa.
Somebody has to bail him out. And it's an air ball from Traore.
And look at the bench for Iowa State. And that's the bench for Utah. Not a good thing, but the Iowa State bench, all of them standing up. The coaches, every player, they understand what their mojo, the way they work is defensive intensity, and that was it right there.
Cyclones running on that 8-0 run, trying to add to it.
This is the matchup right here. Utah really just doesn't have a guy to guard Jefferson.
Bateman in the lane, his right-handed floater goes, he's on the board.
And Okonkwo actually touched that one. He didn't block it, obviously, but tipped it, and it went right in.
It makes it a 10-0 run.
And the pressure has been, look at this pressure, every possession right now.
Lipsey, a red carpet to a right-handed layup. Cyclones starting to put their foot down, they're up 10.
Utah just needs right now to try to get a good look at the bucket. And the trap's hurting them.
McHenry buries a 3.
Now, that was a good job on that possession by Brown to kind of figure out where the defense was coming from, sees the double, finds the open man.
Second 3 for McHenry, second 3 for Utah. The response from Bateman, and he knocks one down.
Bateman, their second best shooter on this team for Iowa State. And he comes in, and I think he's one of the keys to them being such an incredible three-point shooter, have that guy.
Ooh! Traore almost the poster. He gets it back. Finds a cutting, two-handed finish for Terrence Brown.
Well, those are the hustle plays that Utah is going to need just to stay in this right now, and you can just see Brown's athleticism at 6'1". That was big-time dunk.
He's got 6 points. McHenry is backcourt mate with 7. Momcilovic buries his first.
You know what's interesting about that shot? He's got a little bit of side spin, and for a guy that literally is the best shooter in college right now, it's an interesting jump shot, but it's his shot. You know, it's like they say in golf, you swing your swing, and that's his shot is just money.
34 triples for Iowa State. They average just 9 a contest. 7 to shoot. Sanders in a straitjacket. Brown tight rows the baseline. Are you serious?
He did it on the left side. Why not do a highlight on the right side?
Terrence Brown floating. Their leading scorer at 20 a night has 8 early. Play to kick it. Bateman wants another 3. Too strong. Brown feeling good and throws it away.
Another deflection from Iowa State.
Jefferson, a Euro step, leaves it off. Play to blocked. What about?
Everything is better because then Utah doesn't have to, or doesn't get the advantage of getting a long rebound and going on the run. And the best way to beat this Iowa State team is get on the run so they don't set up in this incredible half-court defense.
Top 10 in the nation, top in the conference in defense.
Look at that right there. Look at the chase on that screen.
McHenry corner 3 waved off. A charge called on Brown.
Lipsey? I think it was Lipsey. He just steps in. Is the right move and the right call. Not a whole lot of contact, but
big swing there. Could have been a 5-point game. Should McHenry's 3 count?
Now let's see this again. They're showing it on the video up in the arena. It was pretty close. There was not a lot of contact, but Lipsey in the right place at the right time.
Cyclones can now take another double-digit lead. Momcilovic. rebound for Dawes.
You can see Momcilovic, why he can shoot it so well. Partly he's so tall. Nobody can guard him and even really contest the jump shot.
At 6'8", that release point's at almost 7 feet. Utah's made 3 straight shots. Torrey knocks down a 4th. And now it's a 5-point game.
And what do we hear all day long in shoot around? He is their X factor. When he plays well, this Utah Utes team has a chance to beat some really good teams.
Lipsy. Okonkwo the rebound, and he saves it. Off the body of Buchanan, Utah can make it a 1-possession game.
Now, Traore is 6'6". Oh, here's the play here. That's a good call.
Oof.
Okay.
After being down 11, Utes can pull within a possession. McHenry with 7 points early. Touch pass, Brown, a 3, bullseye! 2-point game!
And he looked over at you, Carlo. I think he was fired up. Looked right over at us, and like I said, he only shoots 22% from downtown. Shoots 32% on the year, but he's feeling it from all those layups.
Huntsman Center crowd get loud. Plata quiets them with a putback.
And what we're seeing here is Utah, when they can withstand that initial pressure from Iowa State and kind of get into a flow on offense, they're fine. But it's that first 10 seconds.
Another 3 for Brown. Off the back rim.
And he was backing up like he knew that was going in, or thought it was.
They've made 5 straight shots before that miss. Jefferson muscling to the cup. Inflates the Iowa State lead.
You know, Jefferson can initiate offense from anywhere, right? Top of the key. But in this game, because of the size difference, I really love him getting to the block.
Bateman with the takeaway. Down Main Street, he floats it in. So after that 8-0 run to make it a 2-point game, 6 straight for Iowa State, they're back up 8.
It's just the turnovers right now for Utah, and that's a live ball layup pick 6 turnover, the worst kind.
Traore off the bounce. Keanu Dawes swirls out. Plata gets fouled for the Wildcats. Offensive rebound, Jefferson, and the recycle.
I think I'm starting to be a little redundant about this, Carlo, but I think a lot of Jefferson in the lane the rest of this half and the start of the second. I mean, he has the ability to really dominate down.
What a skip pass by Brown, and it leads to a 2-handed flush from Sanders.
As good as Brown has been scoring, the most important part the rest of this game for him is to really recognize the defensive coverages, not turn the ball over, and get his teams into offense, and then he can get to his buckets.
It's his 3rd assist. He averages just 4 a game. Back to a single-digit lead. Jefferson with 3 to shoot. Jefferson's got to go. The pump fake. Broken up. Okonkwo. And a turnover. No.
See anything.
Lipsy off the mark. Utah 4 for 4. Iowa State 4 for 14 from 3.
Maybe a ball don't lie there.
Bobby had 4 earlier this half. Under a minute to play. Utah looking for their first signature win in the Jensen era. Iowa State trying to bounce back after a long, and it takes us to the end of the first half.
He was getting ready and getting all the stuff, and we didn't know it was her until we saw the unicycle, and we both were like starstruck.
Yeah. Red Panda, very nice, very kind, and one of the best. Got this Utah crowd hyped up. They're trying to transfer that energy to this Utah group. Utes looking for their first win over a ranked opponent this season. They've got a steal on Iowa State's first trip down.
Well, I think the key here in the second half, Utah and turnovers. They have got to cut them down. They just That's really the difference in the game is the points off turnovers. It's 10, and it's a 10-point lead.
11 turnovers already. McHenry, a chance. Iowa State looking to bounce back after a loss on the road at BYU. Damon Lipsy. Torre for Jefferson. Jefferson, unstoppable to the rim.
And you could see right away what TJ Otzelberger did at halftime. Said, I think we got a mismatch here. I don't think there's anyone on the Utah Utes that can guard Jefferson down low.
First Cyclone in double digits with 10 points. A wild shot off the mark from Traore.
And here's Jefferson playing that point forward. He posted up the last possession. Now he executes and initiates offense all by himself.
Yeah, at 6'9", he's 5th in the conference in assists.
Isn't that crazy? Crazy number.
Oh my goodness!
Ton of history and a lot of NCAA games here.
I heard you had some highlights here.
I was here my senior year. That's right. Had to play Sean Bradley.
Ooh. A bucket from distance for Momcilovic, and he is matched Dedrick Willoughby for the most threes in a single season in Iowa State history, 102.
Whoa. And a quiet game tonight. I thought he was going to have a big game because of the quiet one the other night. Probably coming down to some really big threes that he's going to take.
Yeah. He's playing with all the confidence in the world. 11-point lead for the Cyclones. Bateman on the pump fake, blocked up top. Okonkwo sends it back.
Okonkwo's had a couple nice blocks.
Bateman goes by for the layup.
So there's some good guys off the bench in the Big 12, six-man type guys. Bateman is right up there. Partly because you don't get many guys, the six-man, that come in and can do both equally well. Offense and defense at such a high level.
He's just a freshman. Dogs into traffic. Tough two off the mark. Iowa State a chance to take their biggest lead. Cyclones had missed 8 straight threes before that last one from Momcilovic. Lipsy finds him. Lipsy carves his way and misses on the layup. Utes 0 for their last 4 from the field. Who breaks the scoring drought? Okonkwo blocked. Bateman. Cyclones running. Momcilovic. And a rebound for Utah. Foul going on the Cyclones. The extra effort
was Josh Grant here at Utah, 92-93. But you look at Momcilovic, he's at 53, 51, and just short on the 90. And you know, Carlo, I believe the hardest is the free throw, especially in college, because you don't get the usage rate like you do in the NBA, where you could miss 1 or 2 and get it back because you might shoot 30 in 3 games. You just don't get as many free throws, but he's right on the cusp of doing it. It's pretty amazing.
56 for 63 from the free throw line. Around the horn it goes for Utah. On the right block. And a foul underneath.
You know, and they're worn down by this Iowa State team. And, you know, a lot of teams like Houston, Arizona, sometimes they wear you down so much because of their bigs. There's our guy right there. He's changed it up now. It's 52, probably 52-89.
Momcilovic with the record. 103 threes. He has set Iowa State's single season record. With plenty more to go, he can really create some distance.
Yeah, it just, and by the way, he spreads the floor so much. Yeah. Even if he didn't take a shot all game, he would help this team.
McHenry short, rebound Iowa State. Cyclones have matched their largest lead.
Here goes again.
Momcilovic, money.
I mean, it's a unique shot. He holds it kind of behind it, almost a little Kiki Vandeweghe-ish if I want to go way back.
There we go.
But the little side spin, and he's one guy in the whole country. Every time he's open, you would expect it to go in.
Brown hangs and a foul. He's second all-time currently in threes made per game in Iowa State history. He's been shooting volume, but he's just such a good offense that oftentimes there's probably a better shot somewhere else, even for a guy who shoots 50%. Plata on the floor, 10 to shoot. Oh yeah, Momcilovic off the mark. He was feeling good.
Yeah, that was the deepest one we've seen him take.
The heat check comes up cold. Brown, swing it for Dawes. 7 minutes without a made field goal for Utah.
Great matchup here, McHenry and Lipsey.
Dawes double team into the corner. Off the mark. Opportunity there for Traore.
Good double by Bateman.
Jefferson steps into one. Rebound for Brown and a foul by Lipsey. Bonus time for Utah.
I think some of these teams in the Big 12, like a Kansas and Arizona, they wear you down with their size and how big and long they are, their height-wise. Iowa State's not particularly tall. They're not small. They're 82 in the country. But they wear you down physically under the rim, right? And just in the half-court defense. And it just feels like they've taken the legs out of this Utah team.
Utah searching to end the field goal-less drought. Baseline bounce pass, Jefferson, the interception. Jefferson takes off, gets fouled by Hayes. College career ends this year. It feels like those guys understand the importance of another deep run after maybe an early exit for what they expected last year.
You know, they're ranked number 11 in the country in Division I experience. To your point right there, they have so much experience, and that's good. You'd think that would be such a huge thing late in this season.
Utes get a stop. They're trying to get back into this ball game. Playing their 4th top 10 team here at home, and Abby throws it away. Iowa State's got 18 points off turnovers. They're looking for more. Jefferson, bully ball for the bucket. Team high 16 for Joshua Jefferson.
It just seemed easy for him, right? Didn't even seem like that took much. And I mentioned Dawes is a terrific defender.
Jefferson's got 15 pounds on him. He's been using all of that.
And he does a nice job with just the one hand, the skill at the top. I'm not saying it's Jokic, ish, but it's like that, where you have that amazing skill from around 5 feet.
Cannon the block on the other end. Averaging one of those a game, leading the team.
They do such a good job on those doubles. Almost turns into a triple.
A three, did he get it off? Abby's in and out. Rebound for Lipsey. Utah just one of their last 10. Iowa State came out with that urgency. They continue to turn defense to offense. Momcilovic for Jefferson. 5 to shoot. Jefferson gets to his spot. And misses short.
Great screen there by Buchanan, even though Jefferson did not convert.
McHenry floater, and he puts it in. 14 for McHenry.
McHenry acted like there was a screen coming and rejected the phantom screen. He loves to reject screens and kind of got the Iowa State player cheating to the other side.
An efficient 5 for 7 for him.
Good catch.
Cannon's got the height advantage and 2 points.
Boy, he brought it down a little bit so Abby could pick at it. And Abby's a really good defender, but Buchanan with the strength, too strong for him.
Coming off the bench for the first time this season, he's got 8 points. Dump off underneath and a foul. Studying actuary science, which is the study of math, science, and finance to assess risk. Smart guy.
Yeah.
And it shows on the basketball court and off of it. Traore to McHenry. Shot clock under 10. McHenry dodging defenders up and under. And Okonkwo.
How good is McHenry? Just one-on-one. Just give him the ball and clear out.
Plata turns and faces. Momcilovic blocked. Okonkwo on both ends. Utah looking to make a late surge here at home. McHenry. Surveys. And a foul away from the action.
We didn't really talk much about it because he didn't, you know, Alex Jensen said he's not an excuse, but they have had some significant injuries that occurred early in the year.
Missing a couple starters. Foul. Okonkwo out there with Brown, along with Traore, Dawes, and McHenry, and a turnover. And that's how it's been for Utah today. 17 of them in this contest. They're pretty good hanging on to the ball. 11 a game, about middle of the pack in the Big 12.
Yeah, it just shows you the pressure from the Cyclones, and that was a good look, I thought, at Brown, who's played a great game and has to do so much. But just kind of like a worn out look, like, here we go again.
Dawes the rebound. Utah out and running. McHenry pulls up. Buchanan the rebound, fouled by Okonkwo.
That'll be a monster big boy basketball.
Yeah. For Iowa State, 1 day in between, almost tournament-like prep for them.
Yes, that's a good point. Not be a lot of time.
Brown just shovels it. McHenry, pump fakes, 8 to shoot. Dawes knocks down another 3.
Again, when he gets his feet set under him and shoots it like he wants, I think this guy's got a lot of upside and a really fun game to watch. He was really good earlier in this year in a couple of the big matchups against those top 10 teams.
In double figures today with 10. He's got a double-double with 10 rebounds.
Oh, nice ball handling. Look at that.
Jefferson to the 4th-ranked Iowa State. Looking to come away with a win in their first ever trip here to the Huntsman Center.
Well, I think the big thing for them, right, what a nice bounce back after a tough game at BYU. We talked about how hard it is to play there, but they needed a bounce back. They needed a win, too, if they want to stay right on that 1 or 2 line. As Jefferson again, the point forward, doing it for these Cyclones. And, you know, people back in Ames at Welch Avenue having some fun at the local establishments, probably including my cousin, the Ryans. A lot of Iowa State people in my family. So they got to be having a good time here on a Wednesday night, Tuesday night.
They're loving you on the call.
Getting excited. We'll get back there and feel some of the energy.
Cyclones will be heading home to Hilton to take on Texas Tech. We mentioned beat a Cincinnati team that had won 5 in a row, including a win over Kansas. The Iowa State crowd has made the trip, starting to rise to their feet.
Yeah, pretty good crew up there.
Momcilovic off the mark. Final 8 seconds. And that that wraps it up. Iowa State bounces back with a big win, 75-50.